Welcome to the United States of Tiffany. Our commentary offers a humorous take on wrestling. Please note, we're not bullying or attacking the wrestlers. We're engaging with the choreographed sport and its storylines. Our jokes and observations are about the characters and storylines, not the real people behind them. Tourists and citizens alike, welcome. Enjoy the show, and remember, it's all in good fun.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially. Can you turn it down so I don't get flagged? Antoine, hello? Are you hearing me? I said, can you turn it down so I don't get flagged? Goodness. Completely ignored me. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Today was Smackdown. It's pretty chill. We'll start at the end and we'll go back to the beginning. What we just saw was the Terror Twins reprise their reign of terror for a one night only time of events. We had Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest face off against Zelina Vega and Aleister Black. Now, there was a situation in this match where it looked like Zelina was getting ready to do a new move, and the move didn't go right. Zelina ended up falling. Rhea fell on Zelina. It's pretty big botch, but Zelina was able to bounce up, recover, and get the match going back up again. So which is a testament to Zelina Vega's resilience and her capability. However, the match itself was okay. It wasn't a bad match. It wasn't great. It was okay. They pulled out all the stops in this match. It seems like they was in there scrapping, and ultimately the Terror Twins were able to pick up the W over the Blacks. The Blacks. They picked up the W over the Blacks. Anyway. So that's how the show ended. We also had Lash Legend have her debut match over on SmackDown, which this match should have happened over 3 weeks ago. Right after Lash brought her ass to the roster to help Nia is when the next week she should have had her debut match. She also had new entrance music, which I like. I like her new entrance music. It announces her so you know who she is. She also has her own Titantron now. So Lash is here and she is here to stay. And we love that for her. This match was a showcase for Lash Legend. Alexa put up a good fight against her, but Lash has a very, very strong, ability, and she just dominates when she's in that ring. So it's not hard to see that Bliss was at an inconvenience or more at a disadvantage going up against Lash. But just because you're taller and bigger doesn't mean you can't fall hard. You hear me? So the girls went at it, and Alexa Bliss had the momentum going in the match, but it was when Nia involved herself in Lash's match, basically cutting off Bliss and, on the apron, basically swiping at her legs and taking her down to the ground. And that's where the change in the match came in. Lash was able to take out Charlotte after Charlotte took out Nia. And then she got in the ring and finished off Bliss. And that was it. It was Murder She Wrote. Now, afterwards, they went in the back and they had a little conversation with Rhea. They told Rhea, like, you over here on our show, you in our business. But if you come after them tag team titles, just know we'll be taking your ass too. You saw what we did to Bliss and Charlotte. And Rhea was like, is that supposed to be a threat? Am I supposed to be afraid of you? She was like, no, babe. She was like, let me tell you how it's gonna go down. If and when EO and I decide we want to go after them tag team titles, we're gonna take them. And neither one of you hoes gonna do anything about it. Because she said, Nia, the last time I saw you, you was laying on your back counting 1, 2, 3. You don't want to go back down that road with me. Nia didn't have nothing to say to that. See, that's what I'm talking about. Shut it down. Okay? Nothing but actual factual. Thank you, Brandy. I appreciate you. So we had that moment. We also had a little moment between Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley. Okay, just a little, just a little stare down moment. Just a little peeky poo. Okay. So we trickle on down because Jade is headed to the ring and she was not dressed to fight. Now, it was booked last week that she would have a match with Michin. But for whatever reason, Jade Cargill got that today and she was like, I don't feel like wrestling no bitches. So she decided to attack Michin after Michin was cutting her video promo. She decided to attack her, took her out in the back, and then told them to hear her music. She went out there, got to talking her shit. And basically, Jade Cargill was like, I'm not here for the bullshit. She said, any one of you hoes step up, y'all gonna get cut down every single time. I want you to understand that your place is always gonna be beneath me. So, they did not like this. But nobody came out there to contest it except for Michin. I don't know where the fuck Brianna was. I don't know where B-Fab was. But she was nowhere to be found. Because Michin came out there with her kendo stick and was beating the hell out of Jade until Jade was able to get that pump kick off because Michin took all day getting the damn table. This is not, I don't understand it. Like sometimes I wish that they would make it just a little bit more realistic because the time of Michin pulling out the table and Jade recovering was at least 2 to 3 minutes. At least in my mind. It could have been a minute or two. And I'm just like, okay, babe. So as it continued to progress, as it continued to ramp up, Jade was able to get the drop on Michin and took her out. Hard choke slam on the mat. Laid her down. And basically yelled in the camera, bring me some real competition. Now, I don't know what the fuck they waiting on or what they're gearing up to. I'm not sure. But whatever it is, they need to do something. Because Jade Cargill has been champion this whole time. And she has not competed for her title. The only thing that she has been doing is beating up on B-Fab and now Michin. There's been nobody else to go after her. They done pulled Nia into the tag team division, so you can't have that match, which I thought was dumb. Before Nia joined up in this little tag team thing, you should have had Nia competing against Jade. That should have been a major stepping stone for Jade Cargill to get over on Nia Jax. Okay, I don't know if they're waiting for Tiffany's ass to come back. I don't know what they're doing, if they're waiting for Bianca. I don't know, but I know I need them to do something. They got to give Jade Cargill some type of competition. Break up Charlotte and Alexa if you have to, and let one of them go after the titles. Preferably, let it be Alexa Bliss first. Haven't seen Alexa go after a singles title in a while, but they got to do something. Jade Cargill can't be champion over a division, and she not have no fucking competition. That don't make no sense. You got all the heavy hitters running around in this tag team division. What going on? Like, what's happening? Ah, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I don't know what they're doing, but they gotta figure it out. Okay. Now, the first match that we saw today was Ilya and Ciampa. Ilya did retain his championship against Ciampa, in spite of Ciampa going after Ilya's, knee, and of course, Ciampa using Candice and Johnny Gargano as his distraction. He tried everything he could do to get this title off of Ilya, but he lost. I will say this. This was a brutal fight between these two. Ilya was busted open, bleeding everywhere. And Ciampa, he was fighting like he was Blackheart again. It was nuts, okay? So, damn, 24 to nothing? Ugh, I would be hurting. Anyways.
Yeah, hold it there.
Oh, I wouldn't want to play no more. Anyways, so after the match was over, Ilya got attacked by Gargano and Ciampa. This led to Mello coming down there for the save, taking out both members of DIY and coming in and giving Ilya his props, but letting him know, hey, listen, I'm coming back after that championship, bro. I saved you, but I'm coming after that title. To which Ilya always welcomes a good fight. You feel me? With all that being said, let's talk about Mr. Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. Cody, come to the front. Come to the front of the class, love. I say this with love and understanding. If you don't get your shit together and understand what you're dealing with when it comes to Obafemi, you're going to get your ass whooped tomorrow. And whether Drew McIntyre interferes or not is irrelevant. Going up against Obafemi is going to war. And if your ass don't start focusing on Obafemi, you're going to get embarrassed in front of the entire world. Okay? It's going to happen, love. You're not going to go into this by not paying attention. If you ain't been watching film and studying, then you ain't no real quarterback, bitch. You can't act like a second and third string quarterback. You supposed to be QB. You supposed to be studying film. You supposed to know your opponent. You can have multiple adversaries and still focus on the one in front of you. That's possible. Two things can't be right at the same time. You have an imposing threat in Obafemi because he's an immediate threat. And you have a future threat of Drew McIntyre. Your biggest problem or your biggest mistake with Drew McIntyre is let him get underneath your skin to the point where you would request Nick Aldis to bring him back to TV. I wouldn't have said a motherfucking thing. I would have went out there gloating and happy as fuck. I wouldn't have been paying Drew McIntyre dust. That is his biggest pet peeve, is to ignore him. But you gave him all the attention he wanted. Now he knows the ball is in his court, and now he's behaving like it. He refuses to show up to work simply because he says it's a hostile work environment, when he is the one who has created the hostile work environment. I wouldn't give a fuck. He don't want to show up for work, fine. You don't want to lift the suspension, don't. I wouldn't have requested shit, but every time he show up, I'd be whooping his ass. That's why I think you made your mistake. You made your mistake by showing your whole card. You should have kept the card that you had. See, Drew McIntyre could sit on the outside looking in. He could talk all that shit, talk about, oh, Cody, you're just afraid. You're just scared. And I'm like, and you're suspended. And you're suspended. And while you're suspended, I'm going to be defending this champion against somebody who actually deserves it, not somebody who bitch, who moan, and complain because they can't have their way, like a little toddler. But I promise you, if you show your ass up to any of these shows, if you show your ass up to Smackdown, anywhere where I'm at, I'm whooping your ass every time. So enjoy your suspension, and make sure you keep that ass where you at. Otherwise, I'm gonna be on your ass like white on rice. I don't care if you outside. I don't care if you down the street. If I see you in the airport, bitch, it's on site. But as far as you and me concerned with my championship, bitch, I don't give a fuck about you or what you got going on. As far as I'm concerned, if Nick Aldis keeps you off the show forever, it's fine by me. I don't have to see your face and you don't have to see mine. So enjoy your vacation while you still can. That's how I be. Period. No, for real. Because like, why? What am I playing with you for? You're suspended. I'm not begging for you to not be suspended no more, bitch. I don't give a fuck about that. You're suspended because you're suspended. And you're still titleless. Like Nicole said, you ain't got no fucking title. Who are you to command anything? You have no power in this situation. He don't want to show up to work. That's fine by me. But Cody he better than me because I would have let his ass stay at home. He would have been at home fucking with me. I'm just telling you because Cody got a right to be mad. The man did get on his bus and beat him up, right? So technically, he did come in his home and disrespect his home. He disrespected his family. All right, cool. But my thing is this. You already know how Drew operate. He operate on the vibes. If he knows that he's in your head and he's controlling the situation, he's going to do everything in his power to continue to turn the wheels. Why would you give him that level of power over you? That was dumb. And Cody, I love you, but nigga, that was stupid. Okay? I would have had my ass at home somewhere with my feet up telling Nick, hey, whenever you come up with a champion, a contender for me, I got you. Junior, be quiet. Be quiet. Did all that pussy popping the punk only to lose the belt? Not even 10 minutes later. Oh, I'll be on his ass. I'll be on his ass. Now, Obafemi came out there while he was still talking about Drew McIntyre. Obafemi said, excuse you. Let me tell you something, Cody. Listen, you out here talking shit about Drew, but you worried about the wrong one. You need to be more concerned with me. I'm the man you're gonna be beating in the ring tomorrow. And I'm not like these niggas on this main roster. I don't fuck with no nigga like that. I don't be around here talking bullshit and can't back that shit up. I am the NXT champion, 2-time NXT champion, and there's a reason for that. Because I'm the ruler. And if you gonna be in the ring with me and you overlook me like this, I'm gonna demolish your ass. I'm gonna run through you. So keep on overlooking me. Keep acting like I don't matter. You know what I'm saying? That nigga Cody said, because he quoted John Cena, he said, listen, your hustle is hustle, loyalty, and respect. And he said to quote John Cena, your time is up and my time is now. And Cody said, look, you a John Cena fan. Great. Love that. You know what I'm saying? You look up to the man. I once did too. But let me tell you something. You're not looking at John Cena. You're looking at the man who beat John Cena for the WWE Championship. And you're going to get knocked down too. And you just walked away from that nigga. Just walked away. Obafemi said, hold up. That's a 22. Back your ass up. You're not finna just walk past me like I'm not here. You're not finna disrespect me. You see me. You see this championship. I will beat your ass right here. And Cody was like, well, what's up? They said in the ring, title and title. Hold it above their head. I'm like, Cody. There are a lot of things I will bet against in life. Obafemi will never be one of them. Do you understand me? Obafemi fit real nice on that roster. And let me tell you something. They already got that man's card set up. They already got his entrance shit set up. They gave him a mini vignette today. Obafemi's going to drop that championship and he is going to be coming up to the main roster. Now, what they might do is give him the KO treatment where he'll be NXT champion pulling double duty on Smackdown and over in NXT, probably until Stand and Deliver, where he'll drop that title. He'll either drop it back to Ricky Saints or he'll give it to Tony D, or they could eventually give Javon Evans the title. Who knows? Oh, they talking about him, baby. They talking about him. Look. Gerard. Look. What is wrong with you? Can you not hear what I'm saying?
I didn't hear you because I had to hear what because I didn't want to interrupt. I was watching the video.
Okay. Nope, he gonna get his ass laid out on Saturday, and I'm 90% sure that Drew McIntyre is gonna help that situation. Yeah, Nicole. Yeah, that Michigan coach was sleeping with a student. He got fired for misconduct. Went to the student's house, threatened to kill himself and kill her. Child. Now, there was one match that was on the card that we didn't see, and it was Miz and Javon Evans. So, Miz and Javon Evans was in the back. Miz came up on Javon Evans while he was getting interviewed. And basically, he was jealous. He was angry and mad because he didn't get to be the one to go over on Saturday Night Main Event or be the one to wrestle John Cena. And Javon Evans was just like, man, you had two opportunities to get to Saturday Night Main Event, and you lost both of them. You really can't be mad, bro. Like, you got to move on. And Miz was just like, well, you talking shit. You look, do you know who you talking to? And Javon Evans was like, well, let me find out. He was like, if you want to understand why I'm going to Saturday Night Main Event, I can help you out with that. We have a match tonight. I can give you the game. Miz said, I'm gonna go talk to Aldis. But he said, I will not be responsible for you not making it to Saturday Night Main Event. Nephew. Then he got his ass out of there. They had the match. Now, Miz, it's a masterclass in a heel versus a face style match where you target a specific body part or a specific body part gets injured and therefore it is targeted by the heel throughout the match. What Miz talked about today is that overzealousness can be your downfall. You got to think your way through the WWE. You can't always be hyphy. I understand Javon is always ready to prove himself, but sometimes everybody is not deserving of your time. In this case, Javon was able to pick up the W over the Miz, but it was a hard fought battle. Miz made him work for it, if I'm being fair. And that is it. Like, there really wasn't a lot going on when it came to SmackDown. We saw some backstage stuff, but it was very light. We did see Fraxium back there. They did say they would help out Ilya, but Ilya refused to help. Essentially, he wanted to handle things on his own because he wants to keep the integrity of the United States Open Challenge, the United States Championship Open Challenge going. And like I said, the final match of the night was Zelina Vega and Rhea Ripley. So with Alistair and Damian, to which Alistair and Zelina Vega failed to the Terror Twins tonight. So they lost. And there was a lot of John Cena love being given tonight. It was a lot. It's gonna be an emotional time for some people over there. Gave her 55K raise over the past year too. It sounded like she was a willful participant. Okay, babe. It look like it stank. I love that Javon is getting these opportunities to work with more OGs. Yeah, I love that for him. Excuse me, y'all. I'm tired. John Cena's last match is tomorrow. It's said to be a big event. DC is all decked out with the flags of the matchup, and they got like they are a legend, and a lot of people are gonna be there. Stephanie McMahon's gonna be there. A stupid ass mama gonna be there. Apparently, I hope they boo the shit out of her dumb ass. Anyways, John Cena is set to face off against Gunther tomorrow, and his match will not be the first match. Apparently, we have a Mandela effect happening here. All of these dirt sheets were reporting that they had solid evidence that John Cena's match was going first on Saturday night's main event. Well, it turns out that is not true. According to John Cena, when he was over on Pat McAfee's show, he said that as far as he knew, his match is last. He is closing the show, and everybody else is going first. He said now if they decide to change it and he goes first, he wouldn't have an issue with that. He doesn't matter where he goes. He's just ready to get it done because he's excited. But he said as far as he knows, his match is the main event of Saturday Night Main Event. So all the stuff we heard about him requesting that he go first to show everybody, to showcase everybody else, was all bullshit and internet fodder. So every time you hear something from Sean Ross Sapp and the rest of the merry band of Fruity Loops, let's just say take it with a grain of salt. Yeah. Anywhoosies. Let us move on to the next match. Javon Evans and his partner in crime, Leon Slater, will be taking on the Raw Tag Team Champions, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. This is a non-title bout, and the four men will be competing in the ring. This is going to be interesting. You have a lot going on with Javon Evans and Leon Slater and Dragon Lee being extreme high flyers, and AJ Styles being a high flyer himself. But he's more of a combo wrestler where he will do traditional ground and pound if necessary. I think this is going to be a very fun, fast-paced match with a lot of stunt happening, especially with Leon Slater in there. This is going to be very interesting. I'm looking forward to it, and this is going to be probably my sleeper favorite match of the night. Moving on, Sol Ruka is facing off against Bayley, one of the greatest of all time. Now, listen, I suspect that this match is going to start off a little slow, and then it will pick up with speed and be interesting later on. And I also think they're going to do some storytelling in Saturday Night Main Event, but we'll wait and see. And then we have Obafemi facing off against Cody Rhodes. My assumption is that Obafemi is probably going to win this match. Now, Oba winning this match is going to literally pad his resume and really boost his ego. Beating the WWE champion in his own wheelhouse is going to be embarrassing for Cody Rhodes. But not only that, it's going to give Obafemi a massive ego boost, even when he goes back to NXT. Because he's been able to do that, he's going to believe he's unstoppable. This is going to be interesting. However, if he loses to Cody Rhodes, I don't think it really does any damage to him like most people would believe. Cody Rhodes could pick up the win and be just another win in his belt. But Cody in this match has the most to lose. He would have been beaten by a rookie right out the gate. And John Cena, his own counterpart, has suffered that many times over. From Sheamus to Kevin Owens, it has happened multiple times. I don't know if this happens to Cody Rhodes, but my brain is telling me that Obafemi is going to pick up the win on Saturday. However, again, we just have to wait and see. Saturday night main event starts at 7, I believe. Oh no, it starts at 8. It starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. or 5 p.m. Pacific. Let me take off the comment box. I can't see. Yeah, it's 5 p.m. Pacific time. I'm going to be watching, and probably at the end, I am going to cry. I will go live after this is over with tomorrow. It'll be very short and sweet. I don't think Saturday night main event is going to go past 2 hours and maybe 20 minutes. I don't think it's going to go any further than that. So I'm going to be back. I hope you guys enjoyed this recap of SmackDown. It really wasn't a very long show. They also have made it very clear that next year, what did they say? January, they're going back to 3 hours. Which I hate that. I hate it so much. Yeah, and it's early too. We talking January 2nd. So right at the beginning of the year, they're going back to 3 hours. Oh, I hate that so much. I do not want to watch wrestling for 3 hours on Fridays. Sometimes I just want to chill. Ugh. This sucks. It sucks ass. But we gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. We gonna respect it. Okay, we gonna respect it. Anywhoosies. Now, what they are saying outside of what we've been seeing with Saturday night main event, there's a rumor going around that Brock Lesnar, AJ Styles, and Chris Jericho, if he resigns with WWE, are all going to be retiring next year. Girl, it's too much happening at once. I don't really give a fuck about Lego Head retiring or Chris Jericho, if I'm being honest. I don't give a shit about either one of them. Oh no, they got a move and render. Oh, you bastards. I'm gonna cry. Anywhoosies, if you guys missed the Gaming Awards yesterday, you really missed out on a treat. I promise you, it was a really good show. And we saw a sneak peek of Street Fighter yesterday. The trailer ran for Street Fighter, and it was pretty cool. So I'm gonna show y'all the images for the official poster for Street Fighter for our guys. Okay, and I'm gonna show y'all some images from the actual trailer for Street Fighter. So first things first, you're gonna see Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is Guile in Street Fighter, and he looks pretty damn good. He actually is that guy. He looks damn good as Guile. They did a pretty good job. It's a little wonky when you see him in the actual movie, though. It's a little funny. But I mean, they did a good job with his character. Here's what it looked like in movie. It's like he got that weird flat top. It's crazy. And then everybody was concerned about Roman Reigns playing Akuma. But honestly, they did a really good job of making Roman Reigns look as menacing as possible. He picked up a little bit of weight for this role, just a little bit, but he does look scary as hell as Akuma. It is nuts. But what I love about this movie is the way that they utilize lighting and how they're playing up the campiness of Street Fighter. Street Fighter isn't one of those movies where you have to be, as accurate to a fault. It is a campy, fun fighting style game. So this is gonna be interesting. It looks like they've CGI'd him to look just a little bit more menacing than he actually is. But they did a really good job with his character, and a very good job with just giving him that Akuma look and feel. I think this movie is gonna be bomb. I think it's gonna be bomb. She said Brock can retire now and go home to your chickens, your cows, your horses, your pigs, your deers. They look cool, right? Don't they look cool? So Street Fighter is coming out next year in 2026, sometime around late November, early December. So that's when they're going to be coming out with the movie. And if you are a Tomb Raider girly like me, then you know that they announced 2 Tomb Raider games. One of them is coming out next year, and the other one is coming out in 2027. The one that comes out in 2027 continues the story of Lara Croft currently. We have 3 Lara Croft movies. Games. We've got Tomb Raider, and then we have the one where she's in the jungle, and then we have the one where she was in Russia in the winter. So we have this other one where it looks like she's gonna be back in Africa with an African warlord. And then we have Tomb Raider Legacy, with they're going after Atlantis, which is just a remaster of her OG Tomb Raider games, but they've just made it updated with the real engine. I'm going to be doing some more gamer stuff over here as well, because I do like video games and I do play them. I'll be streaming more next year. I'm going to have a whole new schedule for you guys. The streaming for video games will happen earlier in the day because it's just easier to do, and you guys can watch it in the playback. If I do some extra streaming, it'll only be on the weekend. So it's coming, okay? I got stuff coming down the pike for y'all. I got it set up, ready to roll. And don't forget to go over and look at my analysis of who the Masked Man could be. I'm going to put a short up for those of you who prefer short form videos. I'm going to put a short up later on tonight, so to give you a better idea of who the Masked Man could be and who my final pick is. And with that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow after Saturday Night Main Event. I hope you guys enjoyed this recap of SmackDown, and I will see you guys next time. I love you lots. And I know some of y'all are asking, because I get the messages. Look, it's coming. It's coming. Okay? I have to edit. But it's coming. Okay, bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more wrestling content. Check out our merch and consider becoming a member for exclusive perks, special emojis, and members-only content.